What up, YouTube? It's your girl, Bobby Lynn. Alright. How y'all feeling out there in the wonderful world of YouTube? Okay. Anyway, honey, listen, we back again. It's Monday night. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Season 4, episode 3, honey. So listen, I've been gone for a long time. I said that on my last video, but listen. I'm back making videos again. Like, comment, and subscribe, baby. So let's jump right up into this. So now we left off from where we was on episode 2, the fight between Betty Idol and Tami. So they're going back and forth because Betty Idol is down in Tami. You wouldn't be nothing if you didn't marry Walker, and Google me, and y'all homophobes and blah blah blah. And Tami wasn't even trying to come at Betty Idol like that. She was there for D Smith. D Smith is the one that put this meeting together. And Tami and Betty got into a fight. They pulling her, they throwing wine glasses and all that type of stuff. So, it was just foolishness. It was unnecessary. D Smith in the background talking about, oh my gosh, is there any ladies in the house? And blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what's going on. No, you do know what's going on because you the one set this meeting. You knew how Betty felt about Tami. And then you going to try to get Betty to walk in Tammy's runway show. Girl, you know that was not going down because you already knew how the lady felt about Tami. So you caused this mess, and you a hot mess in your girl. You know what? But at the end of the day, it is Betty Idol is messy. I don't really too much like her character on this show right now because she's just full of mess, honey. And she's drama filled. So I guess Tami had pulled her hair, girl. She's in the van. Oh my God, she pulled my hair. Like, are you like that was just over dramatic. It was too much. And she a hot mess. So anyway, moving right along. So we have Dime and Tiara. So Dime wanted to meet up with Tiara because she said, the girl, Tommy, she went in kind of strong, and they were in a fight, and Dime just felt so bad. She just wanted to apologize and let Tiara know that, I didn't have anything to do with this. I'm sorry, how it went down. And Tiara was like, did you know these girls? And they always blame Carly Red. Don was like, Carly invited me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Carly put the whole thing together. No, it was Carly and it was Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Carly did throw, her mess in there, actually inviting the girl or whatever. But at the end of the day, it was Tommy. So she's saying, Tiara was saying, how much she took up for Scrap and how she's so down, and she took care of the family, and she's working 3 jobs to put money on his books. She's doing this and that for him. So how could he actually betray her like this? Like, she didn't even know about this woman. So, they going back and forth, trying to I guess build a friendship or whatever. So then after that happens, Stevie J is back on the scene, honey. He left LA. The Puerto Rican princess is still in LA. She was not on this episode. Stevie said, you know what? I need to come back to Atlanta. My daughter's in Atlanta. I need to keep an eye on Mimi. She's in Atlanta. I can do this movie in Atlanta, and it's a tax write-off also. So he was like, I can do all of this in Atlanta. I don't need to be in LA doing all this. So he meets up with Scrap, which is Tommy's boyfriend. So Scrap is telling Stevie, he was like, I got to get both of these women together because I'm getting ready to go to jail, and I want to be able to see my son. I want everybody to get, together and be happy or whatever. And Stevie is like, man, listen, the thing is that you got 2 women. You ain't gonna be able to juggle 2 women the entire time. You're gonna have to choose one. So Scrap is like, man, I don't really want to choose, I'm not really in love with either one of them. You have Tiara, she's very wholesome, she's nurturing and nice, and then you have Tami, she's the buck wild girl, wild sex and all that type of stuff. So he was like, I'm getting the best of both worlds, and I just don't really want to choose. But Scrap, at the end of the day, he was like, I'm gonna have a meeting with the both of them and see, what the outcome is gonna be. Maybe all of us can, work together in this. But that's not gonna work, honey. You've been sleeping with Tiara. You've been sleeping with Tami. You've been with Tami. That's been your girlfriend for a year. But then you sleeping with Tiara also. So bringing these two women together ain't gonna solve no problems. It's gonna cause more problems because see, you've been sleeping with the both of them, and then by them not knowing, yeah, Tami knew about Tiara, but she didn't really know if you was sleeping with her. You know what I'm saying? She knew that you had a child with this woman, and yeah, you had to communicate with her. But at the end of the day, honey, that ain't nothing but a mess. You hot mess, Scrap, and it just ain't gonna work out for you. It's really not. So moving right along, so we have Scrappy and Betty Idol. So Scrappy says he wants to work with Betty Idol because I believe she's like a songwriter, singer, or something like that. So they're in the studio, grooving and all that, and Scrappy saying, I really want to work with you. Let's try to figure out what we can do together. So she tells Scrappy about Tami. She was like, listen, I met up with this girl Tami, and she's in my face, she pulling my hair, we fighting, blah 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 blah. And Scrappy's like, hold on, I know Tami. Tami is cool people, she's Waka Flocka's wife, that's the fam, and I don't really want to get in between, stuff like that. So but at the end of the day, she says she likes Scrappy, but she also feels like that he's still in love with Bambi, which I think he is, but he trying to move on. But when you break up with somebody, you still be in love with them or whatever. But I don't know how that's gonna work out, but hey. Next thing is Tami actually has her runway show. I believe she was having a runway show. So Mimi's there, and she's telling Dime that were you involved with the fight that went down at Chris's birthday party? And Dime is like, no, I didn't. I don't know Tiara. I don't know Tami. That and I ain't have nothing to do with that. And so Mimi is like, you know what? If I ever get the chance to meet one of those women, I'm going to go in on them like it's going to be trouble. And I'm like, girl, Mimi, shut up. You ain't going to do nothing but run off at the mouth. You let K. Michelle hit you in the face with a bouquet of flowers, honey. You ain't going to do nothing to these women. Okay, so just shut that down. So anyway, so I was really surprised to see Walker back on the show. Walker's Tami's husband. I just felt like this show really ain't for Tami and Walker. Cause they not as ratchet as everybody else that's on the show. So I mean Tami, she's getting there, but I just didn't see them coming back. But Walker's on the show, he's at Tami's show, he's supporting her, so that's always cute. Deb was also there, and she's telling Tami, like, Tami, listen, you a businesswoman, you a mother, you a wife. Why you getting into it with like petty chicks? Like, why you getting into it with these women? Like, leave that at home. Like, we here for business. Like, just let that go. Like you too much of a good person to be getting into it with other people. So anyway, Bambi was also there. And D. Smith never showed up. Remember, Tami invited D. Smith, but D. Smith didn't actually show up. And I kind of figured she probably would because, Tami and Betty Idol got into it. So now, Stevie J and Mimi meet up, right? So Mimi tells Stevie about her new boo, which is Chris. That's a woman, and Stevie is like, I don't know, Mimi. This might just be like a dry spell that you're going through. Like this just might be, like some kind of crisis or something, because I never known you to be like a straight lesbian. Like I never known for you to just like boobs. You only like, you like beefcake. You don't like them boobs like that. And Mimi is like, you know what? It don't matter about that. Like Chris is a nice person. I really like her. I'm digging her. So we're together. So Stevie was automatically, concerned about Eva. So he said, do y'all be lovey-dovey around Eva? And Mimi was like, no. And Chris doesn't sleep in my bed, because Eva still sleeps in my bed. So Chris is down the hall in the guest room. We don't show any type of affection. Eva does know that Chris is my friend, but she don't know that Chris is actually my girlfriend. So, they just left it at that. Stevie didn't seem, he wasn't like really, really upset. But I was watching Lovely T's video, YouTube channel. And I guess I don't know if it was something on Twitter or Instagram saying that, Stevie didn't want Mimi around his daughter, because she's a lesbian or whatever. And I was just like, on the show, he didn't really show too much, like, really harsh concerns about it. But, it just came up on either Twitter or Instagram, by him saying that he don't want, Mimi's girlfriend around the daughter, and, she shouldn't be a lesbian and blah, blah, blah. But I don't really too much know about that. But we'll see if it comes back up later on in the show. So then you have Bambi and Scrappy. So Bambi and Scrappy have broken up. She stopped by his crib, and she gave back his promise ring, because she was like, you haven't been a good friend. You wasn't a good boyfriend. You didn't do anything for me. You didn't keep any promises. So I'm gonna give you your promise ring back. So, and I think he kind of felt like a little hurt that she gave the ring back. But she did take the dog, honey, and that was just that scene right there was funny. When she took his dog. She did bring up Betty Idol, and he was like, you know what? Me and Betty Idol just cool, we ain't doing nothing like that. And that was basically it with this episode was real boring, to be honest. It wasn't too much popping off. So then the last thing is Tami met up with D Smith, and I'm trying to figure out, Tami, why are you trying to give D Smith so much life? Like, this lady ain't here for you. That first meeting that y'all had when she brought Betty Idol along, she knew Betty Idol did not like you. Yet she brought her, she still brought this lady to you. And then y'all got into an altercation, y'all got into a fight. So then D. Smith goes on to say, tell me that you're nothing, your business is whack. She didn't say it in those words, but she was just pretty much down and Tami, your business would never be, up and running, girl. I was just helping a friend out when I was modeling, walking the runway. I would never walk the runway for you and blah, blah, blah. So her and Tami just went back and forth. And she was just she kept bringing up Waka, and the things that he said in that interview about transgenders and all that. And I just felt like, listen, okay, yeah, that's her husband, but at the same time, this lady told you that she didn't feel the same way, and you should actually meet Waka. But at the end of the day, honey, Tami, keep it moving, because D is she's real messy, and just leave it at that. Like, I don't even know why you get into arguments with some of the women on this show, because it don't even make no sense. Like, it was a mess. Like, girl, leave D. Smith back there in the dust. So anyway, Betty meets up with Scrappy. Scrappy wants Betty to apologize to Tami. And Betty is like, you know what? I'm not apologizing to Tami. So then Scrappy was just like, listen, that's my homie, that's my home girl. I don't want no beef. I don't want to be in between y'all's beef. So if you don't apologize to her, then we can't work together. So Betty was like, honey, I'm not apologizing. And Scrappy was like, you know what? Peace. I'm out of here. Goodbye. You probably don't give a damn about us working together, whatever, but bye. And then at the end, when Scrappy's walking away, Betty's like, you whack anyway. I mean, girl, he wasn't too whack. You was sitting up in the studio with him. So anyway, that's what it was. So, they get to the last scene with Scrap, Tiara, and Tami. I knew they was gonna save that for last, for the last 2 or 3 minutes of the show. So, basically they meet up and Scrappy is telling them, listen, I'm about to go to jail. I need y'all to get along. Tiara keeps saying, you're not gonna see your son. Tell this bitch that me and you are together. And then Tommy popping off talking about, no, Scrappy, I know you love me. And he's telling them I'm not in love with nobody and blah blah blah. And that was the end. So they'll pick back up on the next episode. But this episode was real boring. It wasn't as exciting as as the second episode, because I didn't recap the first episode. But yeah, it was boring. Wasn't too much going on. So listen, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back next week. Peace.